up, Smoshers, and welcome to the next episode of Gamer Nation, where we're talking about this week's topic, scariest games of all time and those most horrifying moments we've ever encountered. Guys, I'm not alone on this show. I have a very special guest I get to introduce to you. It's Matthew Mercer. If you don't know Matthew Mercer, you might know his voice. He has been in this game, Resident Evil 6.
Well, why don't we just have him do the voice right now? Just real quick, introduce yourself.
I'm Leon Kennedy in No, sorry.
That's actually how it sounds.
It's his real voice that you
guys are going to be disappointed. It's been a rough couple years for Leon. No, I'm the voice of Leon Kennedy in Resident Evil 6 and Resident Evil Damnation. The wondrous.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the agent with a gun and crazy hairstyle.
You see one of them, aim for the head. It's your best bet.
Got it.
Leon Kennedy here on Gamer Nation just for you guys. But it's not just us. Let's look at the other pretty faces we have here on the show. Bam, take it away.
I am Lasercorn, and I'm building a zombie apocalypse shelter that these guys aren't invited to. Matt, you can come.
Oh, thanks.
I'm Sohinky, and I have plans to destroy said shelter and then hide in my shelter, which I built next door. So that's generally what my plans are. And so why don't we kick this off right now? Scariest games of all time.
Wait. I believe there's a cast member that'll get very upset.
Ah, yes!
Oh.
We almost forgot! The machine with plans for world domination. The Smosh Bot.
you almost forgot to introduce me, like I almost forgot to bang your moms last night.
Marvel at the technology.
He is built out of the most expensive materials that $5 could buy. So as I was saying, why don't we kick things off here? Scariest game of all time, and we'll start at this end with Joe and Cher. Why don't you go ahead?
My favorite moment, this will stick with me till I am old and gray, still gaming, was in fashion to the franchise you are now a part of, Resident Evil 2. There's this hallway that you go through. The first time, nothing happens. And you're like, all right, cool, I can do this. I'm a man. I'm playing a video game with zombies. I'm not scared. You come back a second time, all of a sudden these arms just shoot out, and I swear, every single curse word I knew at the age of, like, what was I, 13, maybe younger, just flew out of my mouth. I literally dropped the controller and had to stop playing.
Ha ha ha. It's funny because Jovin's a bitch.
For me, God, there's a bunch of scary games. It's hard to really specifically say one, but like the first couple Silent Hill games, anytime a radio crackled, like to this day, I still have like a whole Pavlov's dog thing going on where if I hear a radio crackle, I'll just go into a cold sweat and hide somewhere.
Yeah.
The first two Silent Hill games, like, Resident Evil defined survival horror, and then Silent Hill was like, all right, let's just f with your head now.
Yep.
That's exactly what that game was.
Yep.
Road trips must be rough for you.
Oh, it's
passing through areas where you got a lot of
No, it's bad. I just stop and shake on the side of the road for like an hour. It's like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Although that is a great excuse to not have to be the driver going on long road trips. It's like, guys, the static, it's just messes with it.
Well, it's even worse if you are driving. It catches any, it's like swerve off the road, take out that old guy in the gas station, and then it actually turns into a horror film.
Then you get 100 points for that.
Yeah, you do get 100 points. Yeah, you get to take his money. Especially if he was a hooker, then you get $200 out of it too, and it works out
male
well.
hooker.
Male geriatric hooker, I believe is what
All the road trips start that way. If I'm not
That was
That guy
mistaken.
probably wanted to die, though, if you think about it. You probably did him a favor.
I wish someone would do me a favor and kill me. Or all of you.
I guess I'm up. I guess it has to be a Resident Evil game. Resident Evils are the main scary franchise I was playing, and I'm going to go all the way back to the first one because it just took me off guard so much. And the moment I remember most is you get locked in the mansion on the outskirts of Raccoon City because you got chased in there by zombie dogs. And like something horrible happens in one of the rooms, and I'm like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna leave the mansion. And I go outside, and I'm like, oh, a loading screen, la-di-da. And then during the load screen, zombie dogs jump through the door and try to rip your face off. I'm like, no, it's a load screen. I remember that. That was terrifying. I pretty much wet myself. Like, you can't do that during a load screen. What kind of sick? I wasn't in the game.
Resident Evil 2 did the same thing, like later on, like you thought it was fine, like you open the door like you've done 100 times before, and then all of a sudden there's like this new zombie that walks through the door. You're like, I'm not prepared for this, and it's kind of clunky. So it's like, wait.
Yeah, it's the best part. The tank controls.
All right, gotcha.
What is with Resident Evil and like windows and hallways too? Because the first one had the sequence where the dogs jump through that window in that first hallway to the
They
side.
know what terrifies us.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Great lines of dialogue like, you know, you were almost a Jill sandwich.
I really like that. Why'd he bite me? Right?
Hope this isn't Chris's blood. Harry.
Here's a lockpick. I thought you, the master of unlocking.
Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Some great, terrible lines of dialogue.
Oh yeah.
Here's a great line of dialogue. You're all go-f***ers.
I think my scariest game of all time has to be Dead Space, the original Dead Space. Everything about that game was just phenomenal in terms of design. There was no HUD or anything, so just fully in the experience, and then just everything about the sound design, it was so good. It was the best game I think I've ever played at making you feel like alone and claustrophobic everywhere you went. And my favorite part, and I think one thing that games nowadays need to learn from, is that you don't always need one of those giant musical cues every time something scary happens. I think the scariest thing was like a necromorph could just sneak up behind you and you wouldn't hear anything. It would just come out and just grab you, and oh my god. I can't tell you, like, I could only play one chapter at a time. Like one chapter at a time, because everyone's like, oh, you gotta play alone, you gotta play by yourself in like a dark room. So I did that, but one chapter and then I was done. I
Yeah,
had
like
to
the
quit that
anxiety
thing.
just gets to you. Where
Yeah.
It's like, no, we gotta do something else.
Yeah, I mean, the Xanax only lasts so long, so you have to put the controller down and walk away.
Once the meds wear off, it's not
It's done.
We've left one person out that really needs to chime in, and I think we're going to do that right now. Let's check in with Ian and Anthony via the Smosh Bot. Smosh Bot, get us Ian and Anthony.
No, please, I'm sorry about everything that I've said.
Get us Ian. We told you to get us Ian and Anthony
What
this
have we
week.
said about the attitude, Smosh
Every
Bots?
week.
Fine, fuck you guys.
Thank you.
Hello, Earthlings.
This is so cheap. I'm not gonna do that
Nope,
again.
nope.
Scariest video games of all time.
I had the chance to play Dead Space, but instead I just watched our old roommate Corey play it all the way through, and I just
And you
sat. I
clenched
sat.
onto his flesh.
I just sat in the corner, just rocking. I was like, no, no. I don't know. I hate scary games.
He's a pussy. I remember playing Resident Evil 4, and it's a scene where you're in the cave, and there's these bug things flying around, and it scared the shit out of me.
I think I was there when you
were.
played
I
that.
think you walked
Yeah.
in on me playing that.
It wasn't that scary.
Yes, it was.
No.
You're just saying that because you weren't playing.
Yeah. Slender, though, when we played Slender in Game Time with Smosh, which they can see on this channel.
There'll be a link right
Yeah, somewhere.
here.
Somewhere. Maybe below our heads where
Maybe
our abs
in
are.
our
Abs.
penile region.
Yeah. Were you scared at all playing that?
I was like not scared at all at first, but it got really scary when you were confined in the bathroom.
That f***ing game was scary, okay?
Yeah. Good thing I was wearing a diaper.
Yeah, me too. We were both wearing the same diaper. What?
Although one of the scariest games that I've ever played was the Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen game for Game Boy Advance.
Why have you played that game?
I was curious, and it's really scary.
Yeah, it's like Slender Man. Same thing.
It's Slender Girls.
It's Slender Girls. They were the first ones. Slender Man is just a copy. There you have it. Scary games.
All right, so there you have it, the opinions of Ian and Anthony via the Smosh Bot. And now what we're gonna do is a little segment I like to call Leon Reacts 2, where we throw out different scenarios, and we're going to have Leon react to them right here in the studio. So,
Now, just in case you skipped ahead when I started talking in the beginning, this is Leon Kenny. This is Matthew Mercer, the voice of Leon in Resident Evil 6.
So I'll be reacting in totally hidden character using the basis of the entire Resident Evil franchise history behind me. Or not. We'll see.
excellent.
All right, so late score. Maybe you throw the first one out there.
I'll throw it off. Okay, let's do. Leon has just been woken up on the weekend in the morning by Mormons at his door. There's Mormons at his door trying to convert him, and he's really not interested. Show us how Leon would get rid of those Mormons.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, it's not even noon yet. Look, I've had a long night. Been drinking most of Friday. I was a pretty big wicket in high school, so I have no interest in this whatsoever. And this is loaded. I'm part of the witness protection program. I need to protect myself, so it'd be best if you just walk away and, you know what, go see the musical. You'll learn a few things.
That was awesome. The musical you're referring to, the Book of Mormon, right?
Of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
always good to tell Mormons to go see a musical mocking their religion.
Of course.
So that's, I feel, what Leon would do.
can
Very
in your comments.
Introspection.
Yes.
You know.
Excellent. I feel that's exactly what Leon would do.
Next, scenario number 2, how about you just had the worst day ever, and you just want like a pint of ice cream, you're at the grocery store and they don't have that just one flavor of ice cream. This is the last
You
thing
need that
can save
rum
your day.
raisin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God. It's been a rough week. I get Neapolitan, yeah. Yeah, I'll give me some of that Neapolitan ice cream. That'll be. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is Ralph's. They're supposed to have great prices every day, but on Neapolitan. Hunnigan, can you lift me some Neapolitan? I'm really having a craving. I think I might be on my period. Oh, this is not my lucky day.
Awesome.
Someone could give us one last good.
All right. So the events of your campaign are done, and your son, you're resting at home. Your son comes home, who's a 7th grader, to tell you about his problems throughout the day, and you're obviously pissed off about this because you just got done killing a bunch of zombies and dying over and over again. Go ahead.
I hear you. It's yeah, science. It's rough. Listen, Jamiroquai. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I've seen. All right, your father needs at least 4 or 5 more shots of tequila before I can deal with this bullshit from your elementary school, okay? I don't care what Miss Shin said. You're gonna go to your room, you're gonna sit in that corner, and you're gonna think about the countless people who have died at the hands of your father. And think that if you keep this up, you might be number 1,247.
All right, that's good. I think that's great.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Mercer of Resident Evil 6, Leon Kennedy.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, guys, just thank you so much for checking out Gamer Nation this week. Guys, we love you. So keep giving us comments, keep hitting us up on Twitter at Smosh Games, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Smosh Games, and we're hearing you guys. We see what you guys want, and we're trying to do as much of that for you, the fans. So from all of us here at Smosh Games and Matthew Mercer, because he's Leon Kennedy.
I think it'd be appropriate if he maybe gave us a quick goodbye.
A goodbye in Leon.
From Leon.
All right. I just want to thank all you guys for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you continue to enjoy the fantastic content that these gentlemen provide. And I'm going to ask you very honestly, from person to person, stop getting me killed. It's every time a little part of me dies. And it's not hard to find out where you live. The IP addresses are easy to find. I'll hunt you down. I'll hunt you down. I'll hunt you down.